Hi everybody, welcome to the 1025Fifty Show. 1025Fifty Homeless Project working in homelessness nationwide. We are here every single day doing the Scott Show Wake Up Call, doing podcasts like This Day in History. But the reason we do it is to raise money, to raise funding, and to raise awareness for the 1025Fifty Homeless Project. First of all, I have to give a shout out to a great friend of the show, Mr. J. Cole, who is working in California right now with Lyft. He's driving a Lyft vehicle, and he's really working out there to help people and end homelessness and poverty too. So I'm really excited that I know somebody out there in California, Orange County. Jay is doing an amazing job out there, so keep it up, Jay. Alright, so I wanted to get on the show for a little bit, and I know normally I just talk about all the different things that 1025Fifty is doing, all the really cool, exciting adventures that are coming up. However, there's a lot of change happening within 1025Fifty right now that we'll get into. Really cool stuff coming about. But I wanted to bring it back home to the main point of the project, and that's to help people, give to organizations that are already doing the work, and if they're not, do the work ourselves, and that's what we're here for. I picked, as some of you may know, I have all 50 quarters for all the 50 states in a jar, and I picked it random draw, and I picked Minnesota, which was weird, but it is one of the 50 states, and, well, it is my home. I live in Duluth, Minnesota. You guys are always welcome to come up here. It's a lot nicer in the summertime. It is winter time. If you come up June 16th, I will be running in the half marathon, Grandma's Gary Bjorklund half marathon. I'm training for it really hard. So lots of time, if I'm not in the office, I'm running, because that's what I do. So we went to Google, and we looked up a Minnesota homeless shelter. And I thought it'd be really interesting to just kind of go through a few of them, talk about places I know, just get excited about places I don't. Some of these places are not even nominated on the site, so we can do a little bit of that too, and just kind of do it up. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm actually going to start right locally in my hometown, in Duluth, Minnesota. I'm going to talk about, for just a few seconds, Loaves and Fishes. Loaves and Fishes is a part of the Catholic worker movement. Loaves and Fishes is located on Jefferson Street here in Duluth, in the eastern part of the city, and all the work that they do is absolutely wonderful. I'm just gobsmacked. I love that word, by the way. Salvation Army General John Gowans makes me think, every time I think of the word gobsmacked, I think of General Gowans. And he was a great man. So yes, I'm gobsmacked because of Loaves and Fishes and just the amazing work that they do. Awesome stuff. Now we'll move a little out of that and go to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we have People Serving People, and they're just wonderful there too, doing amazing work. And Simpson Housing Services in Minneapolis, Minnesota as well. Just an amazing shelter. I mean, these guys are doing really, really great things. And, I'm actually going to nominate Simpson Housing Services and move that forward. We also there's a few board and lodges that are on this list as well, like Reed's Pine. I'm sure that Micketons is on the list. I'm sure that Aerial View is on the list. And these are just the ones in Duluth. Board lodges are sort of, kind of like group homes, except they're not. People can come and go as they please and all that other great stuff. So, there you go. Stepping Stones Emergency Housing in Anoka. I think I'm going to nominate that one as well. So, give that one a shout out. We also have the Union Gospel Mission in the Twin Cities. There's a Union Gospel Mission here in town. and we're very, very blessed to have that here. However, it's not on the list first, as Twin Cities comes up first. Go figure. And then, of course, as I click on all these different things to nominate them, it goes away from my screen. Go figure. Bill's House in Virginia, Minnesota. Another homeless shelter. We have Chum here in town. We have the Union Gospel Mission in St. Paul. Pathways Business Office in Cambridge. Dakota Woodlands in Egan. Village Hope, and I'm going to look up Village Hope as well, in Bemidji. There's also the Red Lake Homeless Shelter in Red Lake, Cass Lake kind of area. New Pathways in Brainerd. They actually have a race, a 5K race in December. I was going to run it, but I think I had something else going on. I can't remember what it was, but I do remember there was something else going on that day. Hope Street for Runaway Homeless and Youth in Minneapolis. Place for You in Pine City. It's a homeless shelter. Now, if you guys don't know where Pine City is, on that eastern part of Minnesota and Wisconsin border, there's this highway that goes straight down, 35, and Pine City is in the middle between Duluth and Minneapolis. So, a Place for You homeless shelter, Pine City, I believe that's in Carleton County. A lot of times, if you guys need any help, if you guys are looking for any shelters or anything, you always want to talk to your county that you live in. There's a lot of money that comes to the county when you're not really thinking about things like county money. Millions of dollars comes to the county. Your sheriff is a county worker. The city is the police, but the county is sheriff. So check that out. Go to your county. Go to your county offices. Find out what they're doing for you. Especially if you live in Minnesota. I mean, if you live anywhere else, go to your county. I know in Louisiana, there are different sections, and I cannot think of the word or the name that they have for them, but they're not counties. They're jurisdictions anyway. I mean, go to a local government office and say, hey, I need help. What, can you guys direct me? Don't go in there and say, bleep, 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 I need some bleeping help right bleeping now, give me some bleeping help. Don't do that, because they're either going to A, call the cops for you being absolutely belligerent to them, B, they're not going to help you, and C, they're going to be really pissed and not allow you in the building again. Not even use the bathroom. So, don't do that. Don't go in there acting all a fool. Because that would be dumb. So, if you guys are in need of help in any way, shape, or form, go to your county office. I think that's really super important stuff to do. So, I'm just going to leave that there, folks. That's what I'm going to do here. So, we're actually going to go to page 2 on this Google search of different shelters and places we can look up, including Kingdom Pathways in Minneapolis, or St. Paul, Minnesota. Churches United for the Homeless in Moorhead, Minnesota. We're going to look that one up. Youth Link in Minneapolis, which is a huge organization. Mary's Place. I love Mary's Place. Founded by a nun who's absolutely amazing. Big time shout out for her. Catholic Charities are all over the place. Higher Ground in St. Paul is sheltered housing. Harbor Light Shelter in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's the Salvation Army organization. Harbor Lights are kind of their shelters. They use them for people who are getting out of or trying to break the chains of alcoholism. Definitely a place that needs to be talked about. Teresa House Shelter. I'm going to click on that one too, and we'll get that one on our list. St. Stephen's Shelter. I'm surprised that wasn't a little higher on the list. St. Stephen's does amazing work. I love St. Stephen's so much. And they're just a blessing to everybody. Human Services and their shelter. bar none, just great people. Harbor Shelter and Counseling Center in Hastings, Minnesota. Shout out to those folks. And then Catholic Charities Family Service Center, and also the Minnesota Assistance of Veterans. It's MACV, the Minnesota Assists the Council of Veterans. Gotta give them some love, because I think the world of those folks there that do great work. There's a whole bunch of people, folks, that do great work for everybody. You just got to keep your eyes open. We want to highlight all the great work that happens here at 102550. We're going to be adding a lot more videos, a lot more podcasts, just a lot of cool stuff. But we need you guys to like, share, subscribe, send it to all your friends, talk about it amongst yourselves, talk about it to all your friends, do all that other stuff you can. And oh my goodness, I talk too much. Please do that. And there you go. So I'm going to get off of here. And you guys have a great rest of your night. We will see you guys here real soon on thescottshow.com and 102550.net. Have a great night, guys.